What's up, course heroes? Welcome back. Today I'm going to do a comparison between Zenler and Teachable. I've been getting a lot of requests to do this, so here it is. And here are some of the things I'm going to compare. I'm not going to compare each and every feature because some of the features there's just no comparison, but the things that I am going to compare is what kind of page builder it is, right? Between Teachable and Zenler, number of schools that you get, what price you pay for those schools, how many number of custom domains, the number of communities you get. That's huge. Pricing plans, what are the roadmaps? Pricing plans, when I say that, I don't mean how much you're paying, but what kind of pricing plans you can create, what kind of roadmap you can expect, the kind of support you can get, and also the annual price. Now, why I'm doing this is because I used to be on Teachable. I recently moved to Zenler, and I just want to compare some of the features to help you make that decision if you are considering moving to Zenler, or if you're considering Teachable. This might be a great video for that too. So with that, let's get started. First thing I want to start off is with the page builder, right? The page builder was kind of a bummer. Teachable just did a great new update on their page builder. And in my opinion, they have somehow, their developers have done a great job to make it worse than what it was. And I'm going to show you side by side what those page builders look like for Zenler and Teachable. So let me log into my Teachable school. I think I'm already logged in here. Right here. Here's my Teachable school. This was just a basic page I was trying to create. So let me just show you a preview of what this looks like. You can preview draft versus published, which is great. So you can keep working on your page without having to publish it and without having to have those changes go live. Now, how this works is, first of all, there's no drag and drop functionality. What you need to do is you need to go in here in the menu on the side. You can decide what to show and what to hide. So I can unhide certain things if I want to. If I unhide them, they're going to show here. Now, if I want to edit this, I can't just click in here and start editing. I have to go into this text block, and then this is all the editing space I get. I can't even expand this. And so it's really hard for me as a course creator or as a web page developer to work with this canvas without having to click into it. So essentially, this is what you get. There's only limited options of text editing you can do. If you want to do advanced text editing, something as simple as changing the font, you have to go into the HTML editor and you have to know HTML editing, because right here between content and design, I cannot change the font style. Like, I want a specific font for my brand, I cannot do that. Before I jump into Zenler, I want to show you how some of these blocks look. So what I'm trying to do here is, let's say I've added this text, I've added my course page here, and also like a banner image. What I can do is hide this banner or hide the image. Now I'm showing the banner first. I want to edit that banner. Oops. I can go ahead and upload an image, and then I can have a heading text on whatever it is that you're teaching, and then have like a descriptive text. And then if you want to show the button, you can show it, or you can hide the button. So that's how the content works. And here the button has disappeared now. And then if you wanted to upload an image, you can go do that. I can just go to web images. Something to note here is I don't know where exactly these images are being searched from, which is okay as long as it can get free images. So I can upload, and now that image, that gradient is the background of my page. Another thing to note here is whatever you design is what it's going to look like on desktop and mobile. So you don't have the control over what it should look like on desktop versus what it should look like on mobile. Now, if I go back to design, I can have an image overlay here, and I can change the darkness. So I've made it like completely dark. I think I can align it left, right, center, and then I can also edit site-wide button color if I wanted to. So that thing is cool. And then now if you want to add a new block, let's say I have my header here, I have this block, and then I have my courses. So no, this was a block with text with image grid. So I was trying to play with this. The good thing is you can kind of rearrange this, and then for each block you have to add a text, then you have to add an image, and then you have to, but you can't write anything on the screen. So everything is in this small corner to the left, which is kind of annoying. I mean, you can get used to it maybe. I just can't get past that. You can also change the text alignment, but nothing is WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. Nothing is drag and drop. It's a very controlled environment that you get to work. That was one of the biggest thing with the page editor. I have my page editor open here. First, let me show you my page. I'm in one of my courses in Zenler, and this one is called a step-by-step guide on how to use Zenler. I'm not a big fan of the name. I think down the road they're going to change it to Zenler, But right now there's the old Zenler, which is the original Zenler. So now they're calling this the new Zenler. Anyways, besides the name, everything else is great about this platform. Here my here's my funnel, what it looks like for my course. I have my sales page, my checkout page, my thank you page, and then my course access page, right? And what I can do here is I can just hit edit, and that opens up this editor. First thing is, this is not like the one we just saw in Teachable. It's very much dynamic. But here's the greatest part. There's over 1,000 blocks to choose from. In my opinion, that's just insane. But here's how it works. I just go hover and hit this little plus here. So let me hover over here, add a new block. I can add an empty block, almost similar to what we were working with Teachable. As a course creator, I don't have the time to think what my website design is going to look like. I would like to just, it would be awesome if someone else can just do the work for me. And that's what New Zenler has done. They've already done the work for you. Hey, I want to add a slideshow. I'm going to go to slideshow. I'm going to add the slideshow, and just like that, let's say your course is more visual. You're teaching maybe art, painting, and you want to have a gallery of things that you want to show to your potential students. Now on your sales page, you've been able to add that just like that. And now I can go click here and change anything that I want in here. Of course, I can change the photo. These are stock images. So I can go ahead and change those things. I can add elements to its left and right. You see there are these arrows outside, which are kind of like the navigation arrow for people to click. I can change those. I can change this text here. So I can click on the text editor setting here, and a panel opens to the right. Now I can make all the changes. We talked about fonts and Teachable. So I can change my font, and these are all the fonts from, I want to say it's the Google font library. Don't quote me on it, but there's a ton of fonts to choose. So I can just choose a different font, and just like that, you'll see the changes take into effect. I can change the font size if I want to. Here's the cool part. Let's say I want to show this font only on desktop, not on mobile, right? Because on mobile, people who are coming to your website on desktop most likely have faster internet than mobile. And maybe on mobile, I don't want to show fancy fonts. I want to show simple fonts so the page loads faster. How you do that is I'm going to say apply this style. So I'm going to go to settings and say hide this particular thing on mobile and just show it on desktop and tablet. So now if I go to my mobile version, see how quickly I could switch it between desktop and mobile. And there's also a tablet one right here. But usually all the changes you make, I just look at desktop and mobile, because if it renders well on desktop and mobile, tablet usually is covered. So here's my mobile view, and you can see that text on top of the image is not there. Go back to desktop and that text is there, which is huge. Now I can go and click here, and then you can change all these photos if you want. I'm not going to sit here and do that. The next thing I want to show you some of these cool blocks, right? Now say I want to add a testimonial block. I can go to testimonials. I can search. There's a search functionality here. You can search in between blocks, but say I just want to add maybe a single testimonial block. I click on it, it gets added. Same thing. Now you can play around with this. So I can click on this image, change it. So I can go to settings. I can change the image if I want to. Here's your image library. So I can add my own image here. Or here's the great part. I'm going to go back to settings. This is what gets me excited. I go to change image. New Zenler has a built-in integration with Pixabay. So you can search for images, royalty-free images right on pixabay.com. So I can search for the sun and just add that image just like that, and it conforms to the size of this box. Say I want to increase this, right? What I do is I just drag and drop and the size increases. I want this width to go farther. Just like that, I was able to do that. I want to add some other stuff here. So I'm going to add a features block, and I'm going to tell my potential students what kind of features this course has. So I have all these blocks to choose from. Just scroll through it, see which one looks good. Say this one looks good. I'm just going to click on it. Just like that, it's added. And now you can customize it because you have a canvas to play with before you start customizing. Now I'm going to show you this is the page that I was working on, but I'm going to show you a page that I've already built using just blocks, nothing else but blocks. I'm going to go to my site. I'm going to go to pages. That's the other thing. You can have unlimited number of web pages, and you can decide whether those pages should be for logged in users only or logged out users. This is the one that I worked really hard on. I must have spent at least a couple of days on it. The end result I was happy with, because I was trying to copy a page from WordPress and see how well Zenler can handle that. I have a couple of boxes in here. I have the learn more button. I have my video embed, another button, and then I have this. This was called a call to action box. Again, everything was drag and drop. There was nothing here that I had to go into an HTML editor and edit it myself. I know how to do it, but this was awesome because most people don't know how to do it. I have all my courses here, and people can just search. They can just pick a category, and those category page courses will show here, just like that. Go back, you can keep scrolling down here, my modules. So if you don't like, there's also a course module dynamic block. I'm going to show you that in a second. But if you don't like that, you can create your own blocks as well. I have the bonus section here, some more testimonials, and then payment boxes. Here's the beauty about payment boxes. I'll show you right now. So let me go back to my editor. Say you have a monthly plan, $100 a month, or you have an annual subscription plan. What I can do here is I can go to pricing block. Here are all the pricing blocks available to us as course creators. I don't have to think. I say I like this block, I'm just going to add it, and now this pricing block has been added. All I need to do is link these buttons to my checkout page. You have a professional looking pricing block plopped right onto your page. So that's how awesome, and I'm not even showing you like more than half the features of what this editor can do. There is a lot this editor can do, and that's why I cannot show you each and every one of them. If you want to see this in action, go to this web address, and then you can enroll in my free course just to check it out. And there is no obligation here to do anything. So it's bit.ly/NZZ free course. And that lets you look at what I have done and how I have built these pages without having to do anything. It's a free course. You can enroll. So if I go to this link right here, it's going to bring me to the checkout page. In my checkout page, simply enter your email address, enter a fake email address. I don't really care. And then enroll. And then you can go through all of those lessons that I have built on how to build that kind of page that I had built here, and you'll see it wasn't that hard. That's what I wanted to show you about the editor. Again, there is a lot to cover, so I don't want to keep droning on, and there's so many things the editor can do. It's just mind-blowing. One last thing I do want to show you before we head over is in this 3-column layout here, how easy it is to do that. So what I can do is I can add an empty block, and go ahead and add this empty block, and say in this empty block I want to add a row. So I'm going to add the 3-column layout just like we saw in Teachable. And then in that 3-column layout, now I can add anything I want. I can add a image in here. So let's say I want to add an image. I'm going to search for image. This is my image. I'm going to add, say, this image here, clone this. Now once I have cloned it, I can just drag it and drop it. Drag and drop editor. We are living in the 21st century. Come on, if drag and drop is the way to go. Now I can add more things here, and we also have an icon library. So I can just search for an icon, and think of this like you could have 3 separate courses that you want to show or showcase. You can add those 3 blocks here. You can add their icons here, and then underneath this icon I want to add a buy button. So I can add a buy button in here. Now I can link this button to whatever I want to link it to. I can change the button design if I want to. Zenler gives you a lot of granularity. So I can go into design. I want to say this should be a 3D floating button. You can see it happen in real time. I can go to settings. I can choose what to have. I keep thinking of things as I'm about to move to the next point. The biggest thing that helped me save was at $67 a month was countdown timers. So say you have a promotion going on that's going to end. I'm going to hit plus. I'm going to look for countdown timers here. Oh, it's an element, not a block. So let me go back to my empty block here. I'm going to hover over here, add a new row. I'm going to add an element. So let me add a new empty block first, and then within that empty block add a row, and then in that I'm going to add a countdown timer. Now here's the beauty about countdown timers. First, you get all these different designs to choose from, but here's my favorite feature of the timer. Once timer ends, you can actually have it do something meaningful instead of just having a static HTML countdown timer on your page. So what I need to do is say this is a date countdown timer because my sale ends on December 31st at midnight. So I'm going to pick 23:59 as the time, and you can pick your time zone. And then you can say when this countdown timer expires, redirect people to a URL, and that URL can be your waiting list URL because say your course enrollment has ended now. So that's the beauty of countdown timers. I love this functionality, and I used to pay Deadline Funnel $67 a month. I don't have to do that anymore. And you can have this on any page that you want. That could be on the course sales page. You can have a marketing funnel. I'm going to show you that in a second. So let's move on to my next thing. Is the number of schools, and this is just going to keep getting better and better. The number of schools that you get for Teachable on one plan, one annual plan, you get 1 school. On Zenler, you get 3 schools, 3 unique individual schools, 3 custom domains. So number of schools and custom domains, you get 3 of each, which means you can have three separate schools, and essentially you and your buddy can maybe go in together if you wanted to and buy this and then have your own separate schools because they're not connected to each other. Or you could be selling courses in three separate niches. You can use New Zenler to sell those courses, so those three separate courses, and still pay the price for one. Just to show you what that looks like is, here's my main school. So if I go in here, this is my main school, and then I have a second one connected here. You can see sites. This is my second one, and that's the one I was just showing. So if I go to my admin section, this looks familiar, almost looks like this where I was earlier. And then if I just go to site, it's going to look the same. I only have two set up right now, but I can technically get three if I wanted. I mean, that's just, I don't know how they do it, but this is just amazing. Communities is super. I love communities. I haven't written marketing funnels here, so after communities I'm going to show you marketing funnel. I don't get a community. I have the headers backwards here. So with New Zenler you get unlimited communities, and with Teachable you don't get any. Okay, I fixed the headers. So with Teachable you get zero communities, a student community where your students can hang out with each other. I have to fix a few other things on this slideshow, so I'll be right back. That's what happens when you copy paste from Google Slides into PowerPoint. I messed a bunch of things up, but here I am back at it. Let me just show you what communities looks like. Obviously I cannot show you that in Teachable because Teachable doesn't has this functionality, but here's what communities look like. I have this community here called site-wide community, and essentially this is the equivalent of Facebook groups, and to get your people out of Facebook and into your own community. So here's what it looks like. You can have a community banner. You get to control the colors of the community, unlimited number of communities that you get. Here's a community editor. You can attach paste a link in here, add a video or add a photo in here, and then just hit post. Of course you can add emojis if you wanted to, and quick emoji shortcut. If you hit the Windows key or the Mac key, I think it's the command key or whatever on your Mac keyboard, and then just hit the period button, the emoji keyboard will pop up and you can simply put any emoji in, and once you're done just hit post, and this message goes out to the entire site-wide community. You can have communities for each course, and you can have a community for your entire site. And with three schools you get, again, unlimited communities for each of those three schools. So I have this community for my entire site, and then I have a VIP community just for people who are buying Zenler through me, so I can provide support to them. This is something that is a work in progress. I had reached out to the creator of Zenler, Rakesh, and he's very responsive in the Facebook group. His response is usually within the first 5 minutes of you asking a question, which is awesome. We're going to come to that with support. Like, you can have your community rules here if you wanted to, your header of the community, and then your banner image. And then within that community, just to show you what that looks like, if I go back to my site-wide community, when someone leaves a comment, you will see, where is it? You'll see some notifications here, and those notifications are essentially letting you know that, hey, someone wrote a comment or someone replied to you, almost like Facebook. So this was a comment I had made, and I wanted to put a link in here. So I wanted to see how the link and image would work together. Of course, this isn't a clickable link because I did it as a text. If you wanted a clickable link, you can go back to your community, write a post, and then put a link in here. So say I want to put this link in here. I'm going to write something, paste a link, and that link will show up just as it would when you're sharing that link in a Facebook group or on Twitter or anywhere else, Instagram. So almost the same concept. To create a community, here's the best part about communities. If I add a community, I'm going to link to a blog post that I wrote on how to create communities. So you can have your banner image, your community icon, and then the name and description. Here's where it gets awesome. You can connect this community to a particular course or a bundle. One thing to note here is this community can only be connected to a course or a bundle that has been published. So if your course is unpublished or is in secret mode where no one can know about it, then you won't be able to have a community with it. But the feature in itself is just awesome. So that's the part about communities that I totally love. They just released this. This is version 1. There's a ton more changes coming in the communities where it's going to pretty much replace Facebook group. Rakesh and his team are going to emulate everything that you do in Facebook groups today in communities, so you don't have to leave your community and everything can be under one roof. Now, one thing that I did not add in here, marketing funnels. With Teachable, here's my Teachable school. I go back and essentially these are all the options for a course. So here are my courses. I go to Teachable tutorials. Now I can have a pricing plan, I can have curriculum, I can have pages, but the pages are limited to what kind of pages I can have. I cannot create unlimited number of pages. With new Zenler, one, you can create unlimited number of pages. I think it does allow you to have unlimited number of pages in Teachable too if I go to pages. But what it does not allow you to do is have marketing funnels. So traditionally how I have done marketing is I'll create a landing page through lead pages, WordPress, MailerLite or ClickFunnels. Then I'll collect that lead, then I'll use Zapier. So I'm saving money on Zapier. I'm saving money on one of these third-party landing page platforms. I'm saving money on paying Teachable. I'm also saving money on having a community if I was using something like Tribe or another community plugin or Mighty Network. But what I wanted to show you here is how do I collect leads? I have no way to collect leads. Yeah, I can put the contact us block on the main sales page, but I don't want to use my main sales page and keep changing it. So what I can do here in Zenler is I can go to marketing funnels. I'll show you a funnel that I'm currently working on. It's a webinar invitation funnel, but these are all the funnels that I have right now. And what these funnels essentially allow you to do is they allow you to collect leads and have those leads be in the same place that you're selling your courses. So I can show you what this page looks like right now. If you're working on something and you try to close it, if you don't save it, it'll prompt you, hey, you haven't made changes, or you have made changes, do you want to save them? So this is what my funnel looks like right now. You can see that I have literally just started working on this and spent 15 minutes doing it, and this is what I've got. So I have my call to action here. I'm going to drive traffic to this webinar to sell courses. I have my button here. It hasn't been linked to anything, but I can when I wanted to. And then some more details here. It's going to keep going on. But here's the cool thing that I showed you earlier that I want to emphasize on. When I went to edit this, I noticed that if let's say I preview this page and I hit F12 on my keyboard and I go into cell phone mode, you'll see my image resized perfectly. Now there is a magic trick behind that. What I had to do here is I had to use the feature where if I click on this block, I have the styling here saying that hide this block on mobile. And then if I go into mobile, I have a specific block here which is exactly like that block. And in this setting, I have it hidden on desktop and tablet. So essentially I have two blocks, but you can only see one because the other one is hidden right now. So if I go and unhide this, and then I go back to desktop, now you will see two separate blocks. And the reason being, I wanted the mobile image to look smaller than this one. And you'll see what I mean. If I go to preview this, now if I hit F12 to go into developer mode, you will see on mobile, my original image was looking huge. Oh, I didn't unhide that for mobile, so I have to do that. But essentially this image was super huge on mobile and I didn't want that. So I had that flexibility to change it, which is huge. Now, here's the thing with these marketing funnels. When someone fills out these funnels, they automatically go into a bucket called leads. And now you can market to those leads. Another thing that I did not put on my PowerPoint presentation, clearly I did not do my homework before starting this video, is collecting leads. New Zenler has its built-in email marketing platform, so you don't have to pay MailChimp, MailerLite, ConvertKit, any of those people. And the email marketing, I just go to this email broadcast functionality, and here I have all my emails, I have my email lists, and then I also have all my contacts. Now, if I go back to the marketing funnel option, what I can do is I can go into this funnel and then I can go to automation. And I say that anytime someone subscribes to this funnel, go ahead and send them an email with whatever it is that they requested. And then maybe a day later, send them an email that you have a course coming up and maybe they're interested in that. So all of that is happening in the same platform. You don't have to go juggle multiple platforms, make sure your Zapier is working, make sure your Zapier tasks are not overflowing. So you have to upgrade all of that in one place. One other thing that I wanted to tell you is in Teachable, if I go in here, I saw the announcement that this is coming, but it's not available today. If I go into my pages, I go into my checkout page. First of all, I have to add a pricing plan. So if I go back to my pages and go to my checkout page, I don't have the option here anywhere to add my remarketing pixel, whether that's Google Analytics, whether that's Facebook, LinkedIn, any of those pixels I can do here in New Zenler. Let's go to this course. This is a free course. If I go back to my pages, I'm going to show you my checkout page here. And on this checkout page, if you had a pricing plan, it'll automatically add the payment block in there. And then what I can do here is I can go to page tracking code. And here I have my header, body, and footer codes that I can insert whatever it is that I want to insert. Say on your checkout page, you want a chat bot to be there if they still have questions before they buy, and you are waiting on the other side of that chatbot just ready to answer their questions. You can do that. With Teachable, that is not an option. And you can also do some page settings and SEO settings in here as well. So I can go into my SEO settings and change my meta description, meta keywords, and even have a social share image. So when someone, or when you as a course creator share this link with someone in a group, you can control what that that's a tongue twist, social image looks like. Social share image. All right, I think I got it. So that is in itself pays back in spades, because now I can retarget all the people who have seen my checkout page and not bought, and I can send them ads. Huge. Marketing funnels is just, and I'm not going to go into details and all of that. If you want to sign up for my free course, feel free to do that. bit.ly/. So I'm going to just put it on a notepad here just so you have it. And then, like I said, you don't even have to put in a real email, just put in a fake email and you should be good to go. So this is the site if you want to learn more about it without having the need to purchase New Zenler, and bit.ly/NZZ free course. Go ahead and check it out. You can see what I have built, how I have built it, and then make that decision. Now going back to my not so good PowerPoint presentation here, pricing plan. This excites me so much. So I gave Teachable a 4-star. They cover pretty much everything New Zenler does, but New Zenler has them beat by one tiny thing. I'm going to go back here, go to my pricing, and here's my one-time purchase plan. You can see that once I've created the plan, obviously you can't do anything. That's, I think, the same with New Zenler. Here's what I'm really excited about. Say you have a membership level of silver, gold, bronze, or bronze, silver, gold, and you want to make sure that it's the same course, but that same course has different modules, and depending on what subscription plan they come in, they get access to different modules. How do you do that? With New Zenler, you can, and I'm going to show you how. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new plan. I'm going to pick a fake course just so I don't mess with any students that are already in that course. I'm going to go to pricing, add a new plan, and I'm going to call this a subscription plan. And this is going to be $9 a month. So you can have monthly, yearly, every 3-6 months, or every other month. If you wanted to, you can go with custom. So you can say every 2 months. And this is going to be bronze. And I'm going to change the buy button to call it subscribe now instead of buy now. Here's the awesome part. In this course, I can set tiers, and I can say the people who are in the bronze plan, I want to give them just access to this. But if they were in the silver plan, I'm going to give them access to the first module and the second module. But on the silver plan, I only want to give them access to the first module and maybe only the first lesson. I don't even want to give them access to second and third lesson because they are in the silver. You could do that. Other than that, you can also set trial days that first 5 days are free, and then they will get charged the monthly subscription fee. You can also set availability that this course is only going to be open for enrollment between January 1st and January 7th. So maybe you're running a 7-day promotion. After that, it closes. And here's the best part. You can connect it to a community right here. So I can say, here's my community. I'm going to attach this to the community. This pricing plan is done. And you can at a glance see what this pricing plan offers. It offers there's tiers in it, limited validity, trial for 5 days, and then also when it starts and when it stops. This is just huge. I mean, that kind of granularity and control, you cannot get that with Teachable, Thinkific, Kajabi, any platform out there other than Thrivecart. And Thrivecart is just a shopping cart. This is an all-in-one platform. Just wanted to point that out. Roadmap was a big thing for me, and this was just awesome. The things that New Zenler is coming out with that Teachable doesn't even come close to, and I have never seen Ankur talk about a roadmap. I want to show you, I'm going to take you here to our New Zenler group and show you what that roadmap looks like. So I'm going to just put in your roadmap and show you what kind of thing we have to look forward to as New Zenler members. So this was on October 16th. They released the communities. Rakesh said it's coming in 2 weeks. Right on time it came out. Also integration with Pixabay I talked about. Now here are the things that are coming in the future. New funnel types, integrations, these are already happening right now. I'm going to show you the email integration platforms that New Zenler has, so you can integrate with your existing email marketing platform and don't have to worry about moving your entire email to New Zenler if you don't want to. You do get 100,000 credits a month. One email is 1 credit. So if you're sending 100,000 emails a month, you get 100,000 credits per site, and you have 3 sites, so that's 300,000 emails. Here's what's coming next. Live webinars and live chat rooms right in New Zenler, so you don't have to have Zoom or GoToMeeting. So you're going to save money there too. And you're able to save blocks. So right now, when you add a block, you cannot save it. That's coming in the future. And a lot more other things that New Zenler has planned. But let me go back here and show you what I was talking about. So if I go to site, go to integrations, and here are all the integrations. So you have integration with Zapier, you have Zenler Mail. If you wanted to use your own mail service, like bring your own SMTP, you could do that, like Mandrill or Sendinblue, I think. And then you also have MailChimp, ConvertKit, MailerLite, ActiveCampaign, and MoveSend. 5 of the biggest email marketing platforms. You can connect them today with New Zenler. So that was a bummer about the roadmap, that I never get to see or hear Ankur talk about the roadmap, what's coming down, what's he excited about. They just released the awesome new page editor, which made it worse. Support, I mentioned this before, Rakesh and his team are on top of things. I have contacted Teachable, and the Teachable support has basically told me, ask this question in the Facebook group because we are too swamped with trying to help you with this question. So I have to go back to the Facebook group and ask that question. Whereas here, I've asked a question and I get an answer within 5-10 minutes from Rakesh, who's the owner of New Zenler. Here's the best part. Can we get a drum roll here? Price is just unbeatable. I mean, for what you're getting, the price just doesn't make sense. I mean, it doesn't. So this price has actually gone up already on December 11th or 14th, I want to say. On December 14th. December 14th, the price went up to $447. Before this, it was $337. Rakesh was a man of his word. He said the pricing was going to go up, and sure enough, it went up to $447, which is still a great price for what you get. $37 a month for all of that. Versus if you're on the annual price of Teachable, you're paying almost $1,000 and not even getting half the things. You still have to connect to Zapier. You still have to pay Zapier. You're probably using a third-party checkout card. You're using your own email marketing platform. You can get rid of all of that. Lead pages, ClickFunnels, WordPress, all gone. All of that is now available to you in New Zenler. So this was just a brief comparison of Teachable versus New Zenler. I'm going to do one for Podia and Kajabi as well. Now, before you go, I also want to show you, what do you get if you buy New Zenler through me, and what would your price be? So if you get New Zenler through my affiliate link, of course I get a bonus. I mean, I get a commission, but I want to give that back to you because I am first a course creator and next an affiliate marketer. My full-time job is creating courses, and also I work for the man 9 to 5. That's also my full-time job, but it's also creating courses. This I am doing because out of my passion for the platform, because I just love it so much. So here's what I want to help you with. I want to set you up as a course creator with a few things that you get through me. Step-by-step videos. I'm going to keep creating videos. I'm going to keep my course up to date on how to use New Zenler, because right now New Zenler is in beta, which means they're making changes every 2 weeks. Usually they do a 2-week sprint. They make those changes and then they push it out. So I want to help you. Before I get into the rest of the stuff, what happens to your existing school that's on Teachable or Thinkific? How do you get that content into New Zenler? Simple. You just email support@zenler.com. They move all your content for you. All you have to do is move your students, and your students can be mass imported. The one thing they don't move is quizzes, so you can hire a virtual assistant or do it yourself. I do have a great virtual assistant who did it for me, so if you need his contact, let me know. I'll get you in touch with him. I don't get anything on that. Yeah, I'll connect the two of you and you guys do whatever it is you want. As a thank you for buying through me, I'll be giving you step-by-step videos on how to use New Zenler so you can hit the ground running and you can set up your school within a matter of hours, not days, hours. And then you also get royalty-free soundtracks, because just like this video that I'm making, you're probably making videos for your students and you want to put some cool soundtracks in the back. You don't have to go to YouTube or another, I don't know, Audio Hero or something and search for soundtracks. I have it in a Google Drive that I just give it to you. So let me show you my Google Drive. And then within that Google Drive, I have 3 separate folders. I have royalty-free soundtracks. I'm going to give you access to this. The next thing is 2,500 plus vector images, and you're going to get access to that. Those are license free, so you can use them on your website, within your course, and this is what they look like. Because the folder size is so massive, it takes a few minutes to load. So while this is loading, I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint here and continue. You also get email swipe files. So what are these swipe files that I'm talking about? All within our niche have people that we follow. Whenever I used to write an email, I had to sit down and scratch my head and think about, what am I going to write in this email to try to entice people to buy my course? First, here are all the images. They're loaded, and this just keeps going on and on and on, and it's a huge folder. So I'm not going to go through all of it. but you get access to it and you can go through all of that. Here's the emails swipe files. Here's the royalty free soundtracks. But here's what I did. I took James Schramko, Ramit Sethi, John Lee Dumas, and Amy Porterfield's emails, and I'm going to show you a screenshot of my email inbox. 205 emails from Amy, 200 from JLD, Ramit, and James Schramko. And basically, I put it out there for you to get inspiration from. So say you want to email that your cart is now open. You go in here, copy this email, and you simply send it over through New Zenler using their built-in email marketing platform. You want to copy this email, you just go here, copy this, tweak it, make it your own, and just send it over. There's nothing more you need to do. Everything, I have done it for you. I have put in the hard work, so you won't have to, because I am a course creator first. So I know that these things matter. These things are important. So let's go back here. You get 180-day access to InVideo premium plan. What the heck is InVideo? So if you haven't heard about it, I'm going to take you right there. InVideo is a platform that allows you to make videos and add cool animations to it, add a lot of effects to it. So I can go to my projects here and show you real quick what it looks like. And you can YouTube this. There's like a million videos of people showing you how to use InVideo. This was just a 5-second video. I made this in InVideo. So this was a video I made for my YouTube intro, and I'll play this again. And this was made in InVideo. Super easy to make. You get access to this platform for 6 months to make whatever video it is that you want to make. And if you buy it through my affiliate link, I give you access to this. So if I go here to my team settings, you'll see I've sent emails to all these people to give them access to the premium InVideo plan for free. Also get a one-on-one strategy session with me. If you're stuck somewhere, I help you out because I've been doing this for a while now. So I help you out with whatever challenge it is that you are facing. That's again a thank you from me to you for using my link and helping me out. And then the final thing is monthly tech talks. We're going to use that community. We're going to embed a live webinar in there once that feature is live, and we will do a monthly strategy session, almost like a mastermind, where we walk through. I'll pick one issue that someone is having and I'll solve that issue using New Zenler or whatever tool it takes to solve that problem. Now the question is, what's the price of this? You still pay the same price. There is no difference of you buying New Zenler directly or you buying through me. You'll be helping me out, and in return I want to help you out, but nothing else changes. You still pay the same price of $447, and that's not just for the first year. That's every year for life till the price goes up again. So if you lock in now, I don't know when you're watching this video, hopefully the price is still available when you're watching this video. I think the next price hike is happening in end of February when the live webinars go into play. It's a great deal. I think this is a no-brainer. I don't know. There's basically no comparison between this and Teachable. If you are considering New Zenler, I wanted to put your mind at ease and tell you that I have already put in the money. This isn't a scam. This isn't a low quality product. This replaces a lot of tools, and I have a savings calculator on my website. So if you go to getnzlr.com, you can take the savings quiz and see how much money you would be saving. But you do the math. There's deadline funnel, there's click funnels, there's email marketing platforms, there's Zapier. You get rid of all of that. Not just that, you just have everything in one place and you don't have to worry about things breaking. And that's the price you get, like that's the value you get for having an all-in-one platform, is that peace of mind, and that's priceless. So that's me. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, comments, feel free to put them below, and I will see you on the flip side. Keep creating those courses, and thank you for watching. I am Amit from Zero to Course Hero. I'll see you later.